Hey guys, welcome back. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It's prime time, baby, as Deion Sanders would say. We're gonna try out this new Cover FX gripping primer. Is it worth it? Well, let me work it. Check it out. All right, guys, let's get started. It's prime time. I wanted to dedicate this entire video to this new Cover FX gripping primer. I have mature skin. A lot of people I know have mature skin, and I know we all are looking for that perfect primer because primer is so essential to your makeup kit. If you don't have a good primer, your foundation's not gonna go on good. It's just simple as that. So to find a great primer, especially one for mature skin, is very challenging at times. And this new Cover FX gripping primer is like heaven on earth. So I wanted to test it out on camera, and grant you, I don't know it's heaven on earth for myself. I just know that it looked really beautiful on the people that I've seen apply it. So we'll take that with a grain of salt because sometimes when it applies to your own skin, it may be different. But the whole concept behind it is brilliant. So you want that primer to be really tacky. That's just makeup 101. You want a primer that's tacky, the makeup is going to cling to the primer and not to the texture on your skin. Because if you have a lot of wrinkles or fine lines or any kind of texture to your skin, breakouts, your foundation's just gonna sit on and just get into those little lines and crevices and everything, those dry patchy spots. So you really want a good moisturizer and a good primer before you go in with a foundation, because it doesn't matter what foundation you use, if you don't have a good primer, it's not gonna work. So this Cover FX, let me just show it to you guys. Oh my goodness, this has been sold out since it launched. It is just, I cannot get my hands on this until recently. So I'm so excited. I actually there was only one left at Sephora and I let my mom have it because she does definitely need that gripping primer. And I suggest that for anyone over 50 to use this primer. Probably more than any primer on the market, this is gonna be your best friend. But even for me at 41 almost, yay, 41. Oh my gosh, it's March, so it's my birthday month and I'm turning 41. Okay, let's not go over that. Let's just go over the fact that I'm gonna need a good primer now. So I cannot wait to try this out on camera. I am actually going to use this with my new Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Ultra-Longwear Foundation. So the lady at Sephora recommended this to me because I've been having so many issues. Now I just did that Beauty Blender Bounce foundation review. I was so in love with it. I love the finish of that foundation. It is so beautiful, but it ended up making me break out. Dun, 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 dun. You never know, right? You just don't know until you keep wearing it. And grant you, if you don't have any issues with breaking out, that foundation is beautiful. It's just, oh, I cannot stop raving enough about how wonderful that foundation is. Fortunately, it just wasn't good for my skin. So I have been using this Laura Mercier and I haven't had any problems with it. So I am so excited, you guys. I wanna use it in combination with this gripper primer. I have not done this yet. So this is gonna be my first time trying it, the two together. I usually use it with the Makeup Forever Step 1 smoothing primer and I really like those two in combination, but I really wanna try it with this gripper because this is like hot commodity. If you can get your hands on this, get your hands on probably 2 of them because it's so hard to get your hands on. I just won't even go there. So let's talk about this gripping primer. I like Cover FX. You know I like their Perfect Setting Powder. I just think it's a very clean company, very clean products, and you know, at a decent they're all about the same. $39 is gonna pretty much be your standard pricing for primers when it comes to prestige brands. So this Cover FX gripping primer and firming is a jelly texture, which is gonna give you that right consistency that you need. Primer that visibly firms, creates a glass-like finish. That's what we want. And grips the makeup for all day wear. Apply before foundation, application in a patting motion to ensure maximum blendability. So just like you do your other primers, and I'll show it on camera, even application and extended wear. So the gripping provides the next level grip to makeup for optimal all day wear. Firming provides instant firming effects for visibly smoother complexion, and anti-aging, which is what all our mature skin wants, is an ocean-derived complex, targets fine lines and improves skin clarity. It's vegan, cruelty-free, talc-free, paraben-free, fragrance-free, for all my girls that don't want fragrance like me, mineral oil-free, gluten-free, sulfate free and phypholate free. So very clean product. It's a very clean line, Cover FX. Again, we don't need to, we're gonna go over how to use. So I'm gonna put the ingredients right there so you guys can see that. And now we're gonna go in and just put it on. So it comes in like a tube form. I'm trying to see how many ounces. It looks like there is 1 fluid ounce, so about standard to all the primers. So what I'm gonna do is just gonna squirt it on my middle 2 fingers like that. I don't know how much to use, so we're gonna just kind of test it out. I'm gonna turn this light on. And then I'm just going to put it in the areas that I really need it, like right here where the fine lines are, and just kind of see how this works. I'm just doing little by little. It's very tacky, which I like. Again, you want that tackiness. And it just says to kind of apply it that way. I don't want to put too much because I don't know, you know. Again, I got to see how this is going to react to my face too. You know, you just never know, but it looks pretty clean, the product, and it's very gripping. Let me get this hair out of my way. I really should just be putting a clip so I don't have my hair all up in my face. But yeah, oh my goodness, yeah, that's like the perfect amount of tackiness. I'm gonna do a little bit more. Sorry, Mom. I'm using her primer. So I'm gonna pat it in because I think it's better when you pat it. Pat it in here. And again, this is just gonna, again, there's no fragrance to it, which is good. I like that. And then just kind of allows it to be really tacky. Oh yeah, I can definitely feel the tackiness, which is nice. And then make sure I get it really into those fine line areas. And then that's it. I'm gonna let it dry down for a second. Oh, my eyebrows are killing me right now because I'm trying to grow them out and I'm trying not to touch them, but they're all crazy. So I'm gonna take this Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion. I'm gonna pump it onto the back of my hand. Do about 3 pumps. And then I'm gonna take my beauty blender. I'm using the nude one today. And then I'm just gonna take, like what I like to do lately is just dot it like that and just do one side at a time. Let's just see how this performs. Oh my goodness, wow, yeah. So right now I have a lot of areas to cover up because, oh, I'm telling you guys, if you ever put the Mirena IUD in and you had problems, comment below because it's just making my skin like so hormonally break out. It's driving me crazy. So another technique I've learned recently, if you ever watch Wayne Goss, he's such a great, incredible makeup artist. He was saying that you really need to like pounce. It's not just about tapping the makeup in like this. I mean, you really got to work it into the skin. You got to put pressure into that. You really want it to go right. If you really want a good blend in your makeup, you have to press it in. You're pressing that powder. I'm sorry. You're pressing that foundation in. I'm still sick. It's been 3 weeks. Oh my goodness. And now I have bronchitis. It's like awful. It's like I feel like I'm never going to be healthy. So frustrating. So my voice may sound hoarse still, like I'm an 80-year-old smoker or something. So if I cough, I'm sorry, you guys. I'm trying not to. But look at how beautiful that foundation is. I mean, really. And on top of this primer is everything that it says it is. This is amazing. I'm gonna order 2 of these when I get my hands on it because wow, it literally, my foundation just gripped to it. It does exactly what it says it's exactly what it says it does. It's a gripping primer. This is unbelievably good. Whoa, oh my goodness, you guys. Oh my goodness. Seriously, the best primer on the market. By far, the best primer on the market. Holy guacamole. Holy guacamole. All right, I'm gonna go in on the other side now. And I love this foundation. This is my new favorite full coverage foundation, okay? I just did the Skin Love. You can check out that video on Becca's Skin Love. And I like that for natural days, but oh my goodness, for full coverage days, this is such a beautiful, beautiful foundation. Now you can do the beauty blender on the middle. I feel like it's a shorter amount of time. And I feel like I get better coverage doing that way, but you can also do the big sides. So the pointy sides for concealer, the big sides for foundation. So you can do it this way too. You can do it either, whatever way you want. But oh my goodness, you guys, seriously? This is like the best foundation ever. This foundation and this primer is my absolute favorite full coverage combination. Oh my goodness. And my earrings are getting so dirty because you have to do your ears. Make sure you do your ears and your neck. Wow. This is unbelievable. And again, give that some pressure. Really blend in that product. Oh my gosh, you don't even need that much of the foundation. I mean, it really covers like everything. And I have a lot to cover up right now. A lot. So annoying. Nothing foundation and concealer cannot take care of. Hands down, the best primer on the market. No joke, this is crazy, crazy good. This is insane. This is so good. I cannot believe how good this primer is. Wow. It was worth the wait. You know, like they say, I mean, you get your hopes up and you're like, is it really worth the wait? And then you finally get your hands on it and you're like, oh, this is such a disappointment. No, not at all. This was completely worth the wait. It's like finding Mr. Right. It may take a while. It took me 41 years, but I finally found Mr. Right. This is the same thing with the primer. It may take a while, but let me tell you, it's worth it once you get it. I promise you. I'm sure you married ones out there feel me on that. It is worth it once you find it. And the same thing goes for this primer. It was worth the wait. It is worth the cost. I would rather spend my money on this primer than buy a $25 mascara, I can tell you that much. I can even save my money on a concealer and buy a $10 concealer, but buy this $39 primer because it is worth it, or $37, whatever it is. You know, I always put everything on the bottom, so you'll see that. But look at that. I'm gonna need a little bit more coverage on this side because, but I'm gonna actually do that with concealer more because it's like really, really not nice to me right now. All right, that's the foundation. I mean, come on. This is crazy. Okay, I found my makeup loves of my life. Seriously? It can't get any better than this. These two in combination, it just really can't get any better. This is like a miracle. These two products are like a miracle for your face. So anybody, anyone, not even just mature skin, miracle products. I just feel like it just dries down beautifully. That makeup just literally gripped to that primer. It is so good. Okay, let's try the concealer because we want to see how everything works together, how everybody plays together, that everyone's playing nicely on the playground. We just want to make sure of that. So we're gonna do our normal concealer, where we do so I'll just do the lines. Again, like a little arrow going towards your nose. Again, sign of the cross, as my mom would say. That was funny. Check out that video. She's hilarious. My mom, she's the best. She's hilarious though. And then go down the nose. Again, I like to take the big side that I already have foundation on and just kind of go around the edges where I laid down that concealer just to blend out any edge areas. I'm not gonna go over what I did because it has foundation still on there and I don't want that to, my foundation's darker than my concealer, so I don't wanna make sure I go in there and go over what I just did with my concealer. That wouldn't be good. So just go around the edges. And then if you want, take the pointed end where that has the concealer and just keep blending. You can never pounce enough. You can never pounce enough. Because you want to make sure that everything is blended. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, Christy. Yeah, look at that. It's pretty flawless, right? Right? Then I like to go a little extra mile because you know me, I'm just a little extra. And I like to take the Maybelline Age Rewind and just brighten up that area right here. And a little bit on my nose and a little bit right there. Right there, a little bit on my cupid's bow. The areas I like a little bit brighter. Now we're gonna go in. This brightens that area up a lot. I know I like that. I just taught a makeup class to some of my senior NBA dancers, and it was so much fun. It was so much fun. Cheryl, Pam, Sharon, Diane, Joyce. Oh my goodness, they're the best. And they were amazing, and we had such a good time. And I met them at Ulta, and we went shopping for makeup. I showed them what to buy, and then we came home and we applied. We did a whole makeup lesson on how to apply and the products that they bought, where to apply them, the right brushes. It was such an amazing class. If you are looking for something like that and you have a group of women and you live in the Northern California area, please contact me at glamfitcollection.com. Send me a message on glamfitcollection.com, or you can also use that email, christyallure@gmail.com, and below in the description box, and book an appointment, you guys. They had such a blast, and it was really informative information for them, because a lot of them have, you know, just don't know what to do with these products, you know, and it's nice because they perform, so they want it for every day, and then they also perform in front of 17,000 people at NBA basketball games that I coach them, and they want to be able to do their own makeup and feel pretty out there. So they're all like my mommies. They're like my substitute mamas, you know. I have my mom that dances on the team with them, so it's really cute. It was really fun. So if you want to do something like that, you have a bunch of girlfriends and you guys all want to collectively do it, no matter what age you are. It doesn't matter if you're 20 or you're 30, 40, 50. You just want to learn how to put makeup on. 60, some of them, you know, are like my mom's age, around 70, and they want to know how to put makeup on. And it's a really good opportunity because they just don't know, and it gets so overwhelmed, and you go to Ulta or Sephora and all these people are trying to help you and try to sell you on different brands, but nobody really tells you the God honest truth sometimes. And that's where I came in and just said, okay, this is the products you need. You don't need a prestigious end for that. You can go low end for that. Give them the price point options, and I know that they really enjoyed it. I'm going in for a little more concealer today. I don't know what's going on with me. I'm just feeling it. Sometimes I'm just in those modes. But all in all, like, the way everything's sitting on my face right now is really good. This primer, I recommended this primer to them. Unfortunately, they don't sell it in Ulta. They're gonna have to go online to purchase it, but they all were sold on getting this primer. So I'm excited. I had not tried it out physically on my own face. So I am so happy to try it out on camera and show you guys how amazing this primer works. Now, I will do an updated video and let you guys know how it wears, and I may even insert a clip after this and show you how it wore through the day. We'll see how I'm feeling. But my goodness, seriously you guys, how beautiful is that finish? I mean, just the makeup, the primer, the concealer, everybody played nice together. Everyone played well on the playground. They all got along. They're like sisterhoods right now on my face right now. They're like, woo, we are BFFs. Look at that. Oh my goodness, so beautiful. Let's go in and set this face though. So as I talked to my girls today in my makeup lesson, in my makeup class, is that this Charlotte Tilbury, if you can't afford any setting powder and you can only afford one setting powder, I talk about it in all my videos. This is my holy grail. This in combination with my Morphe E41 brush. Say you don't want to spend $45 on this and then spend another $40 on a high-end prestigious makeup brush. Just go with these Morphe brushes. This E series is their really good line, and I love this makeup fluffy brush to apply powders, setting powders with, and you're just gonna set it. Just gonna set it like that. So simple. They couldn't believe how easy it is. And that you can like mix and match, you know, buy an expensive powder, but go a little bit more inexpensive on the brush. I mean, that's just a good way to do it, right? It just sets it so beautifully, and there is nothing better than the Charlotte Tilbury powder. There's nothing better on the market than this powder for an all-over setting powder. I mean, I just talked about the Hydra Mist and I showed that to them. Very good for the T-zone area, but it's not your all-over setting powder. This is your all-over setting powder. You can set your eyes, you can set your under eye, you can set your entire face and make your face look flawless with this powder. Flawless. Beautiful. Love it. My favorite. That and my Laura Mercier, you know I love my Laura Mercier setting powder as well as the Cover FX setting powder. And this is just an extra step. I didn't even talk to my senior ladies about this because they don't really need a baking powder. They just could set with the Charlotte Tilbury and be done. They don't want a ton of powders. They don't want a ton of products to have to work with. This is just for people like me that are really into makeup to set the under eye area and bake with the Laura Mercier pattern. But I just want to show you guys, for those who do like this extra step and like to bake, I want you to see how it all works together with the new primer and the foundation and all that stuff that I'm using. I'm gonna go in with my Morphe contour sponge on this one. Actually, I'm gonna try the Beauty Blender like puffy velour puff. I've been dying to try this, and I picked one up at Sephora, and it's kind of good for the setting powder. So I'm gonna try this out and see if I really like it, if it's worth it, if it's not worth it. And this goes under your eye. It's a nice little, oh, I like this. I like it a lot, actually. Excited about this. Okay. I didn't think it was gonna be worth it. I was like, do you really need that? But I don't know. I think you do. Then again, I'm a big old makeup girl that would probably buy anything. So I'm so dysfunctional right now. Yeah, I like it. Nice. It just gets right in there and sets it. Ooh, I really like this one. And then set underneath the nose area, especially since I'm blowing my nose like crazy every 5 minutes. And yeah, you could just work this in. Wow, this is a really nice sponge. Now, on the reviews online, it talked about how it had a weird smell when you opened up the packaging. I didn't smell anything, so ignore that. That was fine. Let's go in with my Hoola bronzer. My Hoola bronzer. And we're gonna take this Morphe one I just bought at the store, at the Morphe store, the Morphe E5. You guys know I love the E series because it's more their fancy line. And this is kind of like a thick fan brush, you know, like not necessarily like a thin fan brush. So it's gonna deposit more color because it's thicker. So like the thinner, I don't have one around here, but the thinner fan brushes will deposit it just kind of lightly puts on the product, where this little bad boy is gonna deposit a lot more color, but it's gonna be really good for that under contour area. So I'm gonna take that brush, dip it in my Hoola bronzer, make sure you dust it off. And I don't know why I did this, because that really hurts. This is a heavy brush. It's kind of silly. So in there, and I'm just gonna take it right there. Yeah, it's a good brush. That's the first time I'm trying this out. I like it. What kind of face is that? It's a weird face, huh? Oh boy. And then I like to take this crown brush. I really like this one too. It's flat, but then it's still like fluffy, so it's a good blender. And I just blend it out. Try a little bit more bronzer. I'm not doing like a harsh contour. I'm just testing out products on top of this. Alright guys, so I did the rest of my makeup off camera. I didn't want to take too much time. I really wanted it to be about how good is this primer. This Cover FX just lives up to everything. This is literally a gripping primer. It grips to your foundation. It is going to make that foundation just lay beautifully on your skin. If you have mature skin, I don't care what kind of skin you have, even if you have young skin, this is going to be your best friend. Invest in this. I promise you, you will not regret this purchase. It'll last you a long time. You don't need a lot. You get 1 fluid ounce for $37, $39, around there. And if you can get your hands on it, because it has been sold out forever, because it's that good. It is that good. I promise you guys, this is going to be a staple in my makeup bag for forever. This is going to be my absolute go-to primer. And I can tell you right now, it's not gonna break out my skin because it is very clean, and I didn't feel any kind of consistency that I would normally feel with like silicone primers and stuff like that really affect my skin because it's so sensitive. I can promise you I'm not gonna feel it with this. And I am so excited, and I cannot wait to go buy it now because this is my mom's and I have to give it back to her, unfortunately. I mean, I may steal it, I don't know. I definitely need to go get my hands on it. If I can get 2, I will get 2 because it's that good. I promise you. You will not be disappointed. And for all my girls that like clean products, you're really gonna like this Cover FX gripping primer. If you're 35 and up, this is going to be your go-to primer. If you're below 35, I still recommend it. It's just a good primer. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. And I really liked this Beauty Blender Velour Puff. I mean, come on, Beauty Blender, okay? They're the OG for a reason. I did top off with some new lip products. This is the LA Girl Ultimate Lip. Wow, for like $3.99. Oh my goodness, this is Keep It Spicy. It is a really, really, really pretty color. Oh my goodness, LA Girl. So yes, you can save money on your lip liner. And I like this color pop. I've used this before. It's Layover, this lipstick. It is so beautiful. I love this color. So I used those two products on top, my Kiss eyelashes. So I saved money there, $2.99. And then I used the Friendcation palette for my eyeshadow. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really wanted to focus just mainly on the gripper primer because it was prime time, like Deion Sanders would say, prime time. For all my football people out there, he was a former Dallas Cowboy. And he has a show called Prime Time. So this Prime Time video was all about the Cover FX primer. And I wanted to try out that Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion with it because I have been loving this foundation. And I just really wanted to focus the video on that today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Give this video a huge thumbs up. Set your notification bell for future videos. And I'll see you on the next one. Thanks guys, bye.